the octave, and then this button over here selects the small button here selects the sounds. For the mixer section, we have 2 IR sensors, 4 buttons and a slider, as well as a foot switch down here. It's just wired into this box. It's just a 1/4-inch jack. Then we have these 4 sliders, each paired with a button, and another mini button for selecting kits. And then this is a Dell mouse with 2 buttons.
It pretty much works exactly like a mouse in reverse. Instead of moving the mouse, you're moving the floor from underneath it, but in this case above it. So in the software, we y-axis is velocity and x-axis is the note, and it's just selecting from a scale that you select from this button. This one scales pretty much both of the octaves, so it's a lot more visual. Like if I want a note, this will get it for me. But this is a lot more efficient for pushing it when I want to push it. So what we have are 4 sliders, and they each represent a different piece of the kit. This is the bass, these are all the hits, the snare, and 3 toms. These are our cymbals, and these are our miscellaneous extra fun samples. Like the more you raise a slider, the more of that element is in the beat. What's generating these is I have a counter that's going on a metronome, and it's generating the numbers 1 through 16 or 1 through 20. It depends on what time signature we're in. And then that number is used to pick from a list of 16. They're usually either 0s or 1s. So it goes through, say it's the 5th step of the beat. It takes that 5 and it looks in the 5th spot in the sequence, and it sees if there's a 1 there, and if it is, then it sends a note on to 1 and a 19, and if not, it doesn't. So the higher it goes, the more I get it in the beat. So then if I want some snare, I'll have that in too. Hat. It gets more complicated and extreme towards the top. So in Max we have a bunch of these little banks of beats that we could choose from using these selectors down here, and this one also changes the time signature. So we have this, so it's capable of playing in 3, 4, 5, and 7.
The first 3 buttons basically each is to select a track, 1, 2, and 3. And so when you have a track selected, the left one is always giving you the volume control, and the right one is giving you one of 3 effect sends to the mixer, either a delay, a phaser, or a resonance filter. And so this 4th button basically toggles between each of those 3, which ones you're selecting. And then here is just the tempo control. Basically the foot switch acts to open up the data stream so that you can start selecting, and then when you release it, it closes it. So these are actually a lot more responsive than we thought they would be.
So you can put your hand in the middle and then release the button, and it'll hold that position, right?
Yeah. And then if you press it again, because there's nothing there, it'll also
start reading again, right?
We put them at 45-degree angles to avoid crosstalk, and we thought we were going to get some up here or something, but we actually never did.
So here's the delay. I think given more time, we would also add in more buttons so that you could, select which feature of the different effects that you're changing.
Bass section is just 13 switches. We got arcade switches, which seem to work the best for just playability. And it's just set up like a keyboard on a C scale with sharps.
Or selectable sounds.
And a few different bass noises just controlled with reason. So give us a variety of sound.
For the melodic instruments, just subtractor patches, and the big reason was our drums kit, and we actually ran it because of the way Jay designed the max patch. We used an NN19 module, and we just basically had sets of 10 sample groups with 1 bass drum, a a snare and 3 toms, we call them, open hat, closed hat, and crash, and then 2 miscellaneous sounds. I think that's 10 maybe not.
We have the conga, and the hip hop kit.
Wow.